Dana Osgood in for Keith Carson tonight. So at noon today, we had some live pictures from Eustis. Snowing, cloudy. Portland was sunny. Bangor saw some sun, and then clouds move in. Unusual day out there.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag, kind of depending on your location. We did see a couple of flurries in Portland today, but earlier it was kind of like one or two,
Just here or
depending
there.
on where you were.
Right.
But yeah, we've kind of had some residual moisture hanging out, which caused some of those showers, as well as up in the mountains. Those are usually caused by terrain because of our wind direction from the more kind of northwest area. Now, it is much colder today than it was yesterday, a trend that we're going to see that goes into tomorrow before we start getting warmer again. About between 15 to 20 degrees colder right now than it was at this time yesterday. Most of us at this point have dropped to at or below freezing. And with the wind out there, it feels even chillier. Now, most of the wind has begun to calm down as we got closer and closer to sunset, but still in some spots got almost 10 to 15 mile an hour sustained winds out there, which does make it feel a bit chillier. That's where we get our wind chill temperatures from. So some areas feels like in the teens and in the lower 20s, which is going to set us up for a pretty cold night overnight tonight. But as we get over the next couple of days, things will be warming up both during the day and overnight. So we mentioned we did have a little bit of light snow showers and snow flurries going through the state today. This was just kind of some residual moisture, and then in the mountains, those are a lot of times caused by the terrain there. Most of these have been pretty light in places, just some flurries, not much in terms of any sort of accumulation there. And these are going to calm down as we go overnight and into tomorrow, and most of us are going to be dry over the next couple of days because high pressure is going to be in control. Now, I mentioned a chilly night overnight tonight. We got the teens in the mountains, lower 20s closer to the coast. Average low for this time of year is 28. So this is pretty cold for overnight, but it is going to be the coldest night of the week. So over the next couple of days, we are going to start to die down with some of those snow showers. As we get into tomorrow, we'll start out the day pretty cold. Then we'll kind of have a mix of sun and clouds during the day for Wednesday. Therefore, I think the best day of the week is probably going to be Thursday. It's going to be a little bit warmer, definitely the sunniest day of the week. So if I had to pick, I would pick Thursday for the best day. Friday, we're going to build in some more cloud cover because of a front on the approach. It isn't going to give us much moisture, maybe a couple of showers, but overall just a bit more cloudy out there as the pattern starts to change. The next Maine system that we're looking for any type of major precipitation is going to be something that we're watching for the beginning of next week, not until Monday and Tuesday. So just from those leftover snow showers, could see just a couple of coatings, not even getting up to an inch in the mountains, and no snow for the rest of us up until we get to next week. So for our marine forecast, we are going to have some of those gusty winds hanging out for a little while longer. So we do still have a small craft advisory in effect, and that's until Wednesday at 10 a.m. So here's our 7-day forecast. Chilly for tomorrow. I think a lot of people inland aren't going to be able to get out of freezing for high temperatures. But plenty of sunshine, much warmer as we get into Thursday after a warm front goes through. Not going to see any precipitation with that, but it is going to change us to a much warmer pattern. Could see a couple of showers going through overnight on Friday, but really I think we've got a good stretch coming up, guys. And I was saying earlier that a cold day is still a nice day as long as you just kind of bundle up. So we got a good stretch of some nice weather ahead. We're not going to be worrying about big precipitation until we get into next week.
Okay.
It's funny how a warm-up constitutes getting to our average temperature.
Yeah,
That's how cold it's been.
Something's backwards about that. Yeah, but it's fine.
November as a whole has been a pretty cold month.
Yeah.
It's definitely, we have to do some numbers at the end of the month to kind of see where we fall in the grand scheme of things, but it's been below average.
Yeah.
I've said those words a lot this month.
Unless something big happens the next 3 days.
Right,
we're
which
below.
don't
Not
even say
that
it out
I
loud.
see.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
let's not say
Anything's
it out loud.
possible. All right, Dana, thanks so much.
Thank you, Dana.